Welcome to Coffee Break with Researchers. Today I'm having a coffee break with Håkan Jonsson. He's a senior lecturer at the Department of Arts and Cultural Sciences and the Department of Food Technology and Nutrition at Lund University.
Coffee Break with Researchers presents you with unique insights from the world of academia and higher education. We ask researchers directly and in a personal manner about their work. We make scientific knowledge accessible to all.
Håkan, thank you so much for accepting this invitation to a coffee break with me. How are you doing?
I'm doing really fine with my coffee and everything.
Today, as usual, I'm having Colombian black coffee. Which coffee are you having?
Yeah, I think the same actually. It's black, and I guess it's probably Colombian. It's paid by the faculty, so I wouldn't go too much into depth.
I'm happy to know that. I want to talk with you today about the integration of the Sustainable Development Goals into teaching at Lund University. I understand that you developed the course Sustainable Eating, which I find very, very interesting. Could you please give us more information about this course?
Yeah, Sustainable Eating, it's sort of an introduction to the relationship between food and sustainability. This is a huge topic, but we thought that if we started at the moment of eating, then we could get some, perspective and not least inspiration for, looking further and to see the importance of what we actually put into our mouth when we are drinking this, fair trade Colombian coffee or something else, that it actually makes a lot of sense. And what we have done is that we want to have different perspectives from different faculties and departments, because food as such, and not least if we discuss the relations between food and sustainability, it's really truly interdisciplinary. I mean, if food would have been in focus, or if Plato have liked to cook, the university would have been organized so much different. So that's sort of the whole thing, to try to unwrap the relationship between food and sustainability by starting at the moment of consumption.
And why did you choose to do such a collaboration? Why do you think it was so important to develop such a course?
Yeah, I mean, it actually, I think, started the course and the work with it before the SDG goals were even set. But when we saw it, we realized that it would be easier to point out the goals that are not related to food and eating than the ones that are, because there are so many of the goals that what we put into our mouth has such an importance to. And it's not only the no hunger goals or life below water and on land and so, but also issues of sustainable communities and cities and gender equality and so on. It's so very, very tightly connected to the way we organize the production, distribution and consumption of food. So when it came, it was really easy to integrate it more visible with the Agenda 2030 and also add a specific lecture on the relationship with it. And I think that these goals, they actually encourage also to think sort of outside the academic boxes in disciplines and so. So it's really good to have something to tie up the discussions about sustainability on. Not least to mention that there are not only the ecological sustainability, but also the economical and social sustainability. They are also very much integrated into the Agenda 2030 goals, and that is really, really highly visible if we look at food and eating from a cultural and economic perspective as well.
And which ones will you say are the most valuable insights to students or participants in the course?
Well, I think when we started this course some 10 years ago, I think that everyone got a sort of this aha moment on realizing how important it is what we put into our mouth, what we do in eating and all the process that leads to it and also what it affects. During recent years, I think that this has been much more wide knowledge among the students. They are much more into this kind of thinking when they get there. So then I think it's more of a sort of a inspirational smorgasbord to develop their own paths of thinking, and when they come out of the course they will develop their own paths and dig in deeper into the different aspects of food and sustainability, because they have so much more knowledge now than they had 10 or even 5 years ago on these topics.
And I'm very interested in knowing how can you make this happen. So could you please describe the methodology that you have in the course?
We have a mixture of say regular lectures with introductions to different aspects of food and eating, and then we mix that with seminars, workshop, often watch and discuss a movie. We have been doing excursions that you go either to a food company which produce something that is of interest in relation to food and sustainability, or we have visited the research plant of our sister university at the University of Agriculture to get a little bit, more hands-on feeling on what food and eating is all about.
Can you share some of your experiences that you had when developing the course?
Yeah, it started with sort of a coincidence and sort of a quite vague idea that we should do something about food and sustainability. But I think what helped us a lot was when we came up with this focal point of sustainable eating. That is, start of what all of us do. We do actually eat, and I think that's helped us a lot because we could all relate to it. And no matter where you came from, which faculty, discipline, and so on, anyone could relate to that, to eating and to sustainable eating. So I think that is one of the key lessons we learned there. I mean, try to find this sort of focal point that can engage and inspire everyone. And then all of these discussions of, what is the correct definition of this and that, and should we leave that or that out, or so on. That has mostly solved itself, actually, just because we sort of found this very specific starting point of it.
Håkan, those were all my questions. Thank you so much again for having this time with me and for giving us information for this amazing and inspiring course. And I wish you all the best for your future projects and hope to see you again in the coffee break. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me on the show. Cheers.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested in more details about this course, you can find the link here below. See you next time. Bye-bye.